Hi, this is Dr. Doreste with the cranial release technique. Back in the car with another relatively short one. Let's try to get this camera straightened out. I think we're good here. As you know, we're doing the CRT Master Review class. That's going to be on December 2nd in Fort Lauderdale, and thankfully that class is sold out. But the reason why I wanted to make this video is as I'm preparing, I'm reviewing all the details and all the information out on the lymphatic system in the Dura Mater. And remember, up until recently, scientists and medical researchers didn't understand that the lymphatic system was even in the Dura Mater. So, brief review. We have the 22 cranial bones covering the brain. Underneath that, we have the toughest tissue in the body, which is the Dura Mater, the tough mother, as it is in Latin, the Dura Mater. And in the Dura Mater, in 2015, researchers from University of Virginia discovered lymphatic vessels, some of them smaller than the size of a human hair, in the dura, and the purpose was to drain the waste products out from the brain and to deliver that into the lymphatic system to get those disposed of. And one of the articles that I just read the other day was that the brain weighs 3 pounds, and every year the brain produces 3 pounds worth of waste. And you may say, well, so what? What's the big... So 3 pounds of waste, okay. The problem is, according to these researchers, is that as we age, typically, if that's their metric of what they're reviewing, is that as we age, those vessels become more and more contracted. The diameter reduces. The efficiency of removing the waste decreases. So now there's a buildup of waste in the brain. And they are saying that because of that buildup in waste, that could lead to things like dementia, Alzheimer's disease, and other central nervous system disease type syndromes that are happening. And so again, you may be saying, okay, great. So what does that have to do with cranial release? Well, to me, the way I'm looking at it is, if the lymphatic vessels are in the dura, and if the cranium is distorted, and the movement of the cranium is reduced, then I can connect the dots pretty clearly in my mind that if the cranium is distorted and the dura is under extra tension and there's less or limited movement to the cranial bones, the normal movement, that will reduce the efficiency of the ability of the brain to detoxify and to clear those toxins out through the lymphatic vessels. So whether you care about anything with cranial release having to do with anything I've ever said before on any of the videos, if you'd like to, in my mind, and we'll explore this a little deeper down the road, but in my mind, someone who receives regular cranial release technique visits and optimizes this movement of the cranium, which is happening in everyone, we want to optimize that movement, and we want to optimize the clearance of the waste products. Why would you want a brain full of waste products? Doesn't make any sense. We want to do what nature intended. We want to clear the waste products from the brain to optimize function. And this is what I'm going to be exploring, and we're going to be going pretty deep on December 2nd. So I will continue to make some more videos as more information is understood, but that's really what I wanted you to understand today, is that as we age, and I have a paper that I will link. I'm in the car now. When I get back home, I have the paper, and I'll link it down below in the show notes, where the scientists are saying as we age, the efficiency of the lymphatic drainage from the brain decreases. And so, of course, the scientists and the pharmaceutical companies are looking at ways, well, what could we do to improve the clearing, the removal of these waste products? And I'm saying right here, right now, I think we already have the answer. It's cranial release. By optimizing the movement, and optimizing the movement at the dura level will optimize the ability of the brain to clear these toxins, and therefore you will function better, and so will your patients, and so will your friends and family. So I think I might as well put that, I think I'll also put that article on the website at cranialrelease.com. So probably in the next 24 hours that'll be there as well. But thanks for your time. Again, all the details for those of you who want to learn more about cranial release, or if you're a practitioner and you would like to learn more about learning the cranial release technique. Remember, it takes 1 minute to do. And why wouldn't you want to add this? If this can help to clear the waste products from the brain and enhance the efficiency of removing the waste products, why not learn that and start using it with your patients like next week? Cranialrelease.com is the website. There's a button there called Online Training Program. And if you're a patient out there and you would like to experience this and see, because one of the things we hear from patients when they receive cranial release is a lot of them, and I sort of understood this, but now this is a whole new chapter. Gee, doc, I'm feeling much clearer mentally. My sort of fogginess of my thinking is reduced. I'm able to think better. I'm able to remember better. I'm able to create more things. I'm able to be more intuitive. All these things that we want to be optimized with. Well, cranial release might be able to help you with that. And there's a button there called Find a Practitioner. So I'd recommend you go and get on the table and experience this work as well. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to say for now. This is a brief intro. Dr. Doreste with the cranial release technique, saying adios, my friends. Cranialrelease.com. See you down the road. Stay tuned. More coming. Adios.